I always talk about the request that the fire department receives. Well, I do want to let you know that I really thought that these days were over, but the fire division did receive requests the other day to get a cat out of a tree. And I just thought that was pretty interesting. I really thought that that was, a thing in the past, but no, they're still getting those also. Other comment, Mayor, for the public, is the fire division will hold its annual fire department memorial on Wednesday, May 20th at 8 p.m. in the fire division headquarters. Pardon? It's a hot date. I have 3 meetings that night. All are invited to attend this moving memorial service. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That's it for my report.
Any further comments? If not, we'll continue on. Finance, Councilman Petroselli.
No report.
Buildings and Grounds, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Laws and License, Councilman Martin.
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight there are 5 applications for raffle licenses. The committee recommends the adoption of resolution number 15-194 for the application of one off-premise 50/50 raffle license that was previously drawn March 8th, 2015 at the Church of St. Anne, 325 2nd Avenue, Broward, New Jersey, by the Church of St. Anne. The committee recommends the adoption of resolution 15-195 for the application of 4 off-premise 50/50 raffle license to be drawn October 11th, 2015, December 13th, 2015, February 14th, 2016, and April 24th, 2016, at the Church of St. Anne, 325 2nd Avenue, Broward, New Jersey, by the Church of St. Anne. That is all from our court, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor, I have an additional laws and license report, if I may.
Thank you.
The committee met last week to discuss the much talked about signs ordinance. The zoning officer was invited to attend this meeting, and he provided some good insight. The committee needs to discuss some issues with Mr. Renaud, and we will reconvene after that. And that is all for my addendum to Ms. Councilman Martin's report.
Thank you. Any further comments? If not, Recreation, Councilwoman Tedesco.
No report, Mayor. Next meeting is May 20th.
Okay, any comment? Committee on Aging, Councilwoman Tarantino.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended the senior meeting last week. They had a representative from Broadway Hospital who demonstrated emergency life-saving measures. She explains signs and symptoms of a stroke, a heart attack, and how they could be different for men and women. She also demonstrated how to perform the Heimlich maneuver on yourself by using a chair. And it should be also noted that I played bingo this time and I did not win.
Thank you, we appreciate
We're
that.
going to keep a score for the year.
Yeah. Also, the senior picnic, we had already mentioned, this year will be held at the new Garwood Sports and Rec Complex on June 25th. In the past, shade was provided to the seniors by the gazebo, and we know now that the gazebo is no longer there. So I contacted the county about borrowing a tent. They have a procedure in place where you fill out a form online and give the details of what you need and why. So I was told that if the tent was not being used on that day for any other purposes, that they could lend it to the Garwood seniors for their picnic. At this point, I'm still waiting to be
If
notified.
you need my assistance, don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and also too, on a side note, if the senior would like a presentation on mosquito control, we have a mosquito division in Public Works, and we're happy to come out for about a half hour, just discuss the pluses and minuses of mosquito bites.
Okay,
all that
I'll let them know. Thanks, Mayor.
Getting back to the tent, I hate to volunteer, but you do have a promotional rental guy here, right?
I do
That
know.
helps out.
I do know that. I went to the county
From time to time
first.
for no charge.
But
I do
Well,
know that, because
business, aren't I?
I did go to the county first, being that we, pay all that money to the county. I thought we would get a service back from them.
very well put.
But Plan B.
Yes, that will be Plan B. Thank you.
Any further comments? Okay, Library Mayor's Representative, Councilman Petroselli.
Thank you, Mayor. Now that spring has finally arrived, the library is also hosting a program on Thursday, May 14th at 6:30 p.m. presented by horticulturist Brian Lowe, who will educate the audience on garden preparations, how to get your gardens and lawns ready for all the spring and summer will be the topic, and is something we are all looking forward to doing about this time. Registration is required for the event. You can register in person at the library by phone or at the library's interactive calendar found on their website. The Thursday evening book club held the first Thursday of each will continue throughout the summer. No registration is required. Monday afternoon book club held on the third Monday of each month at 1 p.m. will meet on May 18th and June 15th to take a break for the summer. Reconvening on September 21st, registration is not required for the book club either. The Wednesday morning toddler story time for children up to age 4 held at 10:30 a.m. will continue through June 10th, then take a break for summer, starting up again on September 16th. Registration is suggested but not required for this group. That's all from my report.
Thank you. Any comments on the library report? Move on. School Board Liaison, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Celebration of Public Events and Holidays Liaison, Council President Newstead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Remind everyone of the annual Memorial Day ceremony. It will be held at noon at the Knights of Columbus on Monday, Memorial Day. All are invited to attend to hear our guest speaker and partake in the hot dogs and soda afterwards. And we do encourage everyone to go to the Cranford Memorial Day Parade. We will be walking.
Thank you. Any further comments? Hearing none. Union County Air Traffic Noise Advisory Board Representative, Councilman Matthew.
No report, Mayor. Next meeting should be end of June.
Thank you. Parking Committee, Councilwoman Tarantino.
Thank you, Mayor. As you know, letters were mailed out to the homes that will be affected by the proposed residential permanent parking ordinance, and we received some feedback in letters to the clerk and also email. And also now this evening by a 1 hour lively discussion from the residents. There have been suggestions made that the committee feels we need to revisit and see if the ordinance may need to be revised to accommodate some of the concerns, and as we talked about already, we will go back to committee and revise what we need.
Very good.
Bring back. That is all for my report, Mayor.
So Mayor, just a question on that. Is this something that we'll get to go back to Laws and License Committee because it's an ordinance, or is it going to parking first, then Laws and License?
I think parking should take the initial step because they've been in the process.
Right. But Laws and License did review this before it was initially introduced and then needed to be tabled because the residents weren't notified, so.
You know what? I'm actually confused because I'm on both committees, so I don't
I know.
remember. Did it go to Laws and
It
License?
did.
Just keep doing a good job.
Thank you.
Right, I mean, either way, it really, it doesn't matter too much, but,
Isn't
would be
Councilman
nice to
Tedesco
know.
on the same committee?
No,
No. I'm on Laws and License, but not parking.
Notify
Same with Councilman Martin.
other tenants know what to do.
Perhaps since parking was a larger committee with the public on it as well, goes there first, and then maybe they can make a recommendation to Laws and License
I think that's
as the
appropriate.
standing committee.
Mhm.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Police Negotiation Committee, Councilwoman Tarantino.
No report, Mayor.
Thank you. Administrative Review Committee, Councilwoman Tarantino.
No report, Mayor.
Historical Committee, Councilman Tedesco.
Thank you, Mayor. The Historical Committee is currently seeking donations from interested Garwood families to sponsor historical photos in the meeting room of the Sports and Recreation Complex building. The donations will be used to pay for the frames, and all other proceeds will go to preserving Garwood's history. So far, 6 photos have been selected and hung up by the committee, but more will be going up in the near future. An article seeking such donations was in the most recent issue of the Garwood Gazette in order to inform all residents of this opportunity. The next meeting will be on May 20th. That's all for my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments on the report?
I just have one thing. Sarah, I have 2 people's names in my office that asked me about if they wanted to dedicate something on an email.
Okay, yes, please.
Okay.
You can send it to me as well as Carol Lombardo. She's the contact on that
Also,
too.
the other individuals that I know, I'll pass that on also. Very good.
It'll be on a first come, first served basis, obviously. But was mentioned before, brick pavers and other ideas will be discussed at this meeting in May, and I'm sure subsequent meetings to see, basically, we anticipate a good response on families looking to, or businesses or whomever, looking to support the town and its preserving its history. So hopefully we get that big list, and then we'll have multiple projects to use those funds.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anyone else on the historical committee information? Not? Ms. Ariema, please read officers' reports.
Municipal tax collector, Aggie Treasurer, monthly report for April 2015.
I have a motion to accept the officers' reports as presented.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to address the mayor and council? Please step to the microphone, sign in, and state your full name and address. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Karen McCarrick, 348 Locust Avenue. I've spoken to a lot of you regarding the Garwood Garwood Rocks celebration that's coming in. For those of you who've listened to me, I'd like to thank you. As you know, Garwood Rocks is fairly disruptive to the areas of Center Street, Locust Avenue, and Beach Avenue. I would just like to ask the mayor and council to please keep the residents in mind as our voice to the Chamber of Commerce, because you are our elected officials and you are our voice. I would also like to ask that in the future possibly you consider that since this event is being run on a Sunday, to limit the hours to 11 to 4 instead of 10 to 5. My block of Locust Avenue will be closed to the residents who live there from 7 in the morning till 7 in the evening. That's 12 hours on a Sunday where I don't have access to my own property. This is not a community event. It is a Chamber of Commerce event. And it is not exclusively for Garwood residents. And since I've sat here tonight, I'm wondering where I'm supposed to park my car next year. So, I know, Monday to Friday, 9 to 3.
All I was going to say is that I know for a fact that on May 18th, I believe at 10 a.m., there was a logistics meeting, and I know that they'll be reviewing the whole program. And
And I know that there have been changes that I don't
Yes.
anticipate a petting zoo in front of my house.
No, you don't
Nor a
have to.
bouncy house or any of those things. However, 7 to 7 is a long day
Okay.
without access to your
Well,
property.
point well taken. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Patterson, your 3 minutes are running.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I have a cup being passed around for anybody.
What-
For a resident, resident in need for taxes.
Your time is,
Take it away.
thank you.
All right, I left this for this public speaking portion. I'll sign right afterwards.
You said that before.
But this $1.5 million grant that the county suddenly came out with, I can only say it's because, I hate to take credit for things, but I was complaining about that 20-some odd million that disappeared, and also they came out with this $1.5 million. And the sad part is, now they're forcing it down our throats in like 3 weeks. They only made that announcement 3 weeks ago, and now they're forcing it down our throats to come out with a grant application.
Well, thank God our business administrator is that efficient that she can handle it.
Yeah, I appreciate, the jumping on it. I mean, to me, I look at it as, yes, it's a bonus, because most towns are doing something for infrastructure, and so at least they can get the matching monies from the county, which was actually our money,
Yep.
So that's it. I mean, we're asking for $150,000. That's a shot in the dark. It looks like we're probably going to get maybe $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, because a lot of the other towns are coming out with it also. Fanwood's asking for $150,000.
125.
125. I just want to point out, not to make this political, but Mayor Marr is the vice chair of the political party in control down there at the county, so, I would almost guarantee that Fanwood's going to get more money than Garwood, unfortunately. So, but anyway, I appreciate jumping on it, applying by Monday, have paperwork goes out, that's always good, so, but, just, thank you very much. I guess I wasn't there at the county meeting that you were, and we did thank them, And I do,
Councilman Petrozelli was there too.
yes, I read it in the papers, thank you very much. And, you know, I do actually thank them when I see there's money coming to Garwood. And I also chastise them, as everybody recognizes, you know, that we pay so much money and we get nothing back in return. In fact, all the towns pay so much money and they don't get too much back. But anyway, so, oh, and the worst part about it, yes, it's a matching grant. See, and that really bugs me, matching monies. But at least we have infrastructure
Well,
projects.
we were gonna spend that money anyway.
Yeah, and that's what's okay there, but still, just the fact that it's matching. I complain about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Patterson, we were the only, I believe, definitely that night, you would know about the other nights at the freeholder meetings, but we were the only council people there to say thank you for the infrastructure grants. I hope they remember that when they look over the application, so, we'll see.
Actually, I wrote a letter to the towns to come down and complain about all the money that disappeared.
I know.
Nobody was down there to complain about that either.
No, they weren't there for that either.
So it's kind of like the public. The public doesn't say anything until you stick the stick in the hornet's nest, and then they're down yelling, no, it's a parking issue, one way or the other. But that's how it is. This is the public house. Thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Yeah, most of that meeting, as far as complaining, was all about the park over in the park.
On Raw Way, right?
Railway. That was a very full house.
Yeah, that's another.
Okay, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Are there any resolutions anyone wants to delete it from the consent agenda? I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Councilman Martin?
Aye.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli?
Aye.
Councilwoman Tarantino?
Aye.
Councilman Sedisco?
Aye.
Council President Pierce?
Aye.
As we spoke before, Ms. Ariano, read resolution 15-196.
Okay, be resolved by the council of the borough of Garwood that the municipal clerk be and is hereby authorized to submit the following grant applications. Union County 2015 Infrastructure and Municipal Aid Grant Program for the 2015 Sidewalk Repair, Replacement, and Tree Program. That's it.
Motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Bill and Sarah.
Okay. Did you say roll call?
Yes, I did.
Councilman Martin?
Aye.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli?
Aye.
Councilwoman Tarantino?
Aye.
Councilman Sedisco?
Aye.
And Council President Mearstad?
Aye.
Okay, moving on, is there any new business the mayor and council may have? Just a reminder, this Saturday is Mayor's Saturday, and Councilman Petroselli will be joining me at 11 a.m. Hopefully we'll get some visitors. Continue on, proclamation, National Police Week, May 10th to the 16th, 2015. Ms. Ariano, read the payment of claims resolution.
Yes, Mayor, be it resolved the following claims as approved. B, in the same are hereby ordered paid when properly signed and verified, and the payment of payrolls as listed hereby confirmed and ratified.
I have a motion to adopt payment of claims.
I'll make a motion to adopt the payment of claims, Mayor.
Second, please.
Wait, go.
Anybody
Second.
got a second?
Second.
I'm
I'm sorry, watch this, guys.
Finance,
He's
you know?
killing a bug over here, I'm sorry.
Roll call, please, Ms. Ariano.
Entertained.
Councilman Martin?
Aye.
Councilman Matthews?
Aye.
Councilman Petrozelli?
Aye.
Councilwoman Tarantino?
Aye.
Councilman Sedisco?
Aye.
And Council President Mearstad?
Yes.
Okay, the regular meeting of the mayor and council will be held on Tuesday, May 26, 2015, in the council chambers at 7:15 p.m. Workshop to start at 7 p.m. I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
We got that one.
Wait for that.
I don't know.
Tina?
Stick it in there, stick it in.